When we configure an event tag in Historian Server, we are looking for a set of conditions to become true. When they become true, we take an action. There are a couple of actions, the snapshot and the summary, that will imply saving data from other tags that are not the ones we are monitoring to evaluate if the event happened or not. So if you happen to have events that have a snapshot or summary action configured, you can find the related tags if you go here to Tag Selection and click on Summary Tag Selection or Event Snapshot Selection. So let's start with Summary Tag Selection. And here we have the filter area, and here I can enter the different criteria to find my tags. Remember, we are not looking for the event tags, we are looking for tags that are related to the action of that event. Right now we have selected minimum as a calculation type, and we can see there are no tags for which I am calculating the minimum. If I select maximum, I don't have any tags for which I am calculating the maximum. And if I select average, there we go, we have 3 tags. That means I have configured an event, I don't know which one, that is configured to take the average value of these 3 tags when the event conditions become true. Here you have the include description option, and you can select the range where the name of those tags is going to be inserted. So right now it's A1, and I'm going to select all of them and click OK. And here they are. Now notice that these are just tag names, they are not formulas. What it means is this tag selection option is just one more way to find your tags if you are looking to create a report of your event data. Same thing with event snapshot tag selection. If I click on it, here on the event snapshot tag selection dialog, we select first the name of the Historian server where the data is coming from. And here under the filter area, we can select the event tag. So actually you have the list of events that have configured a snapshot as an action, and you can filter it by a snapshot tag type. So for the event tag, if I click in the drop-down list, I have 2 of them. The first one is the sys status event, which is a system tag, and that one is taking a snapshot of the sys space main and the sysperf CPU total. Now if I select the other tag, this is the one that I created called transfer event, I am taking a snapshot of the batch number, prod level, react level, and react temp. All these 4 are analog tags. If I had more data types, I could filter them by discrete or string. I only have analogs. We can include the description and select the cell where to insert them. Click OK, and here we go. Now I have the names of those tags with the descriptions in my workbook. And from this point, you use these tag names as you used them before to create reports on the tag configuration, to bring live data, to bring historical data, or to use one of the wizards for an analysis. Now, if we want to retrieve the names of the event tags, we can go to the tag selection and use the general tag selection tool. I'm going to select the high temp event and the transfer event. I'm going to include the description, and I'm going to change the range to insert tags to be A11. Click OK, and here I have the names of my event tags and their descriptions. Now the second place in workbook where I can work with events is if I go to the tag values and select event snapshot value. Here I have to enter the names of the event tags, so I know the one that is creating a snapshot is my transfer event, so I will select here transfer event. And the names of the snapshot tag names. So I know that when the transfer event happens, I am creating a snapshot of batch number, prod level, react level, and react temp. So I'm going to select those 4. Click next. Cell for output. I will select A16, and we'll leave check the enter the results as an array formula. Click next. Here in the step 3 of 4, which data do you want to display? I'm going to leave the one by default. Click next. Relative time, 10 minutes from now, that's fine. Click finish. And here I have the snapshot related data for this event. So in the first column, I have the name of my event tag, transfer event. In the second column, the tag name for the snapshot related tag. So here I have the batch number, prod level, react level, and react temp. Notice that these 4 stamps are the same. So to visualize it better, we can select here These 4 rows are one occurrence of the transfer event. The second occurrence of the transfer event happened here, and these 4 values were captured. Then we have a third occurrence here, and we have a fourth occurrence here. So basically, this transfer event happened 4 times, and the 4 times, these are the values that were captured. Finally, there is one more event-related option we haven't explored yet. If we go here to the tag values, we find the summary system values. Now this one will allow us to retrieve summary values for tags that have been configured to be summarized in the historian event subsystem. So right now we have configured here several event tags, and a couple of them are doing summarizations. Now both of them are using summarization on the same tags, prod level, react level, and react temp. Now if I click on the summary system values command, we get the summary values step 1 of 4. As usual, in the first step, we have to make sure that the name of our historian server is configured here, and we have to enter the cells containing the tag names. So for this example, I'm going to use this tree. Click Next. Select the cells for output. I want my data here on A35, and I'm going to leave check the option to enter the results as an array formula, so I can see formulas there. Next. Here on the step 3 of 4, we get 2 different tabs, the display options and the summary options. On the display options, we have few checkboxes to display some data. And here under the summary options is where we are going to select the calculation, type, and frequency. Now the type, we have displayed here the 4 that are by default available in the events configuration. And for frequency, the system is reading my event tags right now and telling me, hey, you have, in all the events that you have configured doing summarizations, you have 2 frequencies configured, 120 and 600. So I know that I am doing a maximum with the frequency of 120. So that's the one that I'm gonna select, click Next. For the time window, I'm gonna leave the default relative time minus 10 minutes from now and click Finish. And here we have the summary information for those tags. Now, why the prod level is empty? Well, because the only event tag that I have configured that is doing a maximum on a frequency of 120 is doing it over React level and React temp. Is not doing it for prod level. So prod level has nothing to do in that calculation. That's why it's empty. Now let's try it again. I'm going to go back to tag values, summary system values. I'm gonna leave the 3 tags because my second event tag is actually summarizing all 3 of them. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Cell for output A41, that's fine. And then here I'm gonna change under the summary options tab, the maximum to average, because I know my event is creating an average with a frequency of 600. Click Next, leave the default and click Finish. And here we go. Now I have my summary date, my prod level, my React level, and my React temp summary values with a frequency of 600.